You guys went into this week knowing it was going to be a difficult week. How does it feel now with 4 points walking away from it?
Yeah, I mean, you're playing Amherst and Middlebury going in undefeated. I think if you told us before the week that we'd end with 4 points, we'd say we take it. Obviously wanted 6, wanted the win today, but can't complain with 4 points against Mid and Amherst, so we're definitely happy.
Where do you think this senior day ranks up there? I mean, obviously you guys have had some crazy senior days over the years, but I don't remember one that felt quite like a national championship game like this one.
Yeah, I mean, playing like number 1 and number 2 team in the country on senior day, you can't ask for much more than that. Obviously last year we had like the last minute winner, which was exciting, but can't ask for much more on senior day. All our parents, families here, and one of the best matchups in the country. So.
And I guess that brings me to my last question. You guys were number 2 coming into the week, got a big win on the road at Amherst, got the point here against Middlebury. What do you think the odds are you guys are number 1 in the rankings come Tuesday?
I mean, there's a chance, but we care more about being ranked number 1 at the end of the season. So.
Summers. Lovely ball, perfectly timed run by Reese Birch. Has Aries inside. Picks her head up. And the horizontal ball cut out. That one pops free. Kelly, wide to Sumner now. Jumbo's pouring on the gas. Curled into the back of the net. Waverly Sumner, have yourself a day.
Them to the number 1 seed in the SCAC.
Bargania going to try and play a through ball. Taking a dive with Steinberg. He just lost an edge. Schultz is through. Mason Schultz across. And in the back of the net, Henry Perkins makes it 1-0 Jumbos.
Oh, now Jumbo's still with the attacking threat, not parking the bus as of yet. But Bowdoin still only 1 goal away. Jumbo's also 1 goal lead to hold on to.
Given away here is Feigen. Jumbos have numbers. Feigen. Yanez. 2-0. That might just be the goal that seals it. Desatel arguing with some merit that if it's a foul, it should be a card, given it was an elbow to the face.
Certainly would have been my thought as well, but...
Stood up there, headed back across, and that is in the back of the net for the Jumbos. A Jumbo goal off the free kick, and we're even. Here's Campbell. Forced to go back, off of Clivio. That's a poor mistake, and Rivera's through. Diego Rivera on Ontich. Beats him, and against the run of play, it is a Buffalo State goal. In-swinger, flicked on, and punted away into the night. Redirected back. Akhtar Zandidas sent it forward. Gherkin got a touch to it. Redirected on frame. Chested down by Clivio. With the shot! We're tied! Max Clivio delivers! To Feinberg.
Jumbo's choosing to possess the ball here as some light pressure applied by the Polar Bears.
Good ball there from Denby. Now Yana's in some space. Inside of the boot, gets it right back from Brady. And switches it beautifully to Mateo Bargania.
Nice little
whipped in
Trevell
hard and
pass.
low, jet over the bar.
Bargania known for those excellent in-swinging balls. He can hit it from the outside. He can play great chances for the Jumbos. Led the team in assists last year and a very dangerous player out at fullback. Sometimes plays right back, sometimes plays left back, and right back today.
Ainsworth's getting set for another goal kick here. Ethan Jett, who looks a lot more lively than he did at any point prior to his goal this season. That one bounces through about 3 in the midfield. Down went Bargania, and he's going to get called, I believe, for the push. Against him is Rueda Duran.
Jumbo's able to get away with that as the Polar Bears were attacking with numbers, but since the foul on Bargania, they're able to regroup, repossess, and reset play.
Clivio keeping his head up, and he's going to try and send it long, looking for Brady. Arm being pulled, and that's going to get headed out. Ishibashi will look to send it down. Feinberg over to collect. to Ontic, who will restart play for the Jumbos. Good ball. Flicked on beautifully from Brady. Mason Schultz could be in here. 3v2. Schultz shoots it. And across the block, that one was Macchione. And here come the Polar Bears, or they were coming, and then Max Clivio had other ideas.
Great build-up play there from Tufts. Schultz with a really nice step over Macchione there at the final moment. Once again, Tufts developing chances, but just can't seem to get one off and make Ainsworth do work. In these last two games against Tufts and Amherst, really good NESCAC opponents, he's only had to make 4 saves and let 5 goals in. Despite getting tons of shots, they're just not really putting him on net. We'll see if they can make him do more
All
work
sorts
today.
of pulling, and eventually Mikey Brady gets called for the foul.
Like Brady may have stepped in to defend his teammates. It looked like Giannis got put in a headlock at a point there in that play, but it wasn't long enough for the ref to. It looks like it might have been incidental, not intentional contact there.
I don't know how much of anything you can really call incidental with these two teams.
It's certainly going to be a physical matchup down the line. One thing to notice is that Liam Gherkin is playing more of that 10 attacking midfield role for the Jumbos right now. Giannis settling more into the 8 position, which is slightly different than we've seen Giannis play at other points as more of that attacking midfielder. But Gherkin's been so productive from this role, unsurprising that he'll remain in there.
Well, you said very little incidental against these two teams. Jet and Steinberg getting tied up for a second here on the sideline, and then here we have Clivio and Dos Santos once again, a physical matchup.
Clivio getting a little hug there.
Jet just sends that one out. Bowdoin being really quick to restart play every time so far. Pacelli calling for it. It's going to get it against Demby. Yanez over to double. And across in. Feinberg deals with it. Now it'll be Brady's turn against Macchione. Behind Jet. And a good idea, but poorly executed. Quickly taken. And Clivio says, nice to meet you, Felipe. And concedes the corner.
Bowdoin, though, not a place they hate to be, as they were in the 88th minute on Tuesday. And Macchione coming up into the box, you have to think he's licking his chops, thinking about a similar goal to that one.
It is worth noting that Ronaldo Cabral will not be taking this corner kick as he's on the bench. He provided that assist earlier this year.
Macchione did show short, but the ball was to the top of the box. Bargagna headed it away. Going to get to the second one and sends it forward. Ethan Jett going to go chase and put Surkoff under immediate pressure. And now Ainsworth's going to have to deal with it. Gets under that one. It'll come up to midfield. No further. Brady could have let it go, didn't. And after back and forth, Jack Banks will restart play for the Polar Bears.